consciousness के बारे में. So here are some MCQs, and you can learn some of the questions which are important for your upcoming UGC NET LT exam, lecturer or TGT PGT exams. So let's start today's video. The first question for you is, who is often credited with coining the term stream of consciousness in literary context? So here it is important that it was, first let me, do it here. Scroll it here. Now, answer is May Sinclair, but sometimes it is asked like who used the term, who used first, or who coined this term, stream of consciousness. So answer will be William James. He coined this term, but in literary context, it was May Sinclair. All right, so you should know this fact, and you should be clear about it. Next question for you is, which novel by James Joyce is considered a prime example of stream of consciousness writing? So James Joyce. Answer is Ulysses. We all know Ulysses is famous work by James Joyce, and this was a prime example of literary consciousness. Sorry, stream of consciousness in literature. Which author is known for the stream of consciousness novel? Mrs. Dalloway. So who is the writer? Virginia Woolf. Virginia Woolf wrote this novel, Mrs. Dalloway, and this was an example of stream of consciousness novel. We have studied stream of consciousness in detail in class. Now, hopefully, you have learnt all these works, and now it is easy for you to answer the questions. Which work by Dorothy Richardson is recognized as the first complete stream of consciousness novel published in English? So Dorothy Richardson wrote Pointed Roofs. Pointed Roof, a work by Dorothy Richardson, and this is the example of stream of consciousness. So you will get a question like this. Next is, what is the nationality of the author Knut Hamsun, known for using stream of consciousness in his novels? So if you want such videos on different topics in English literature, please don't forget to like the video, hit the like button so that you will get the notification every time we make new video. So the next question is was for you. What is the nationality of the author Knut Hamsun, known for using a stream of consciousness in his novels? So your answer is Norwegian. B is Norwegian. So the author Knut Hamsun, was from Norway. Next question for you. Who wrote the novel? Who wrote the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock, a poem employing a stream of consciousness? This is famous work by T.S. Eliot, we all know. This work is by T.S. Eliot, and this is an example of stream of consciousness. Next book is, in which year was Virginia Woolf's To the Lighthouse published? And this was again example of stream of consciousness. Your answer is 1927. The work To the Lighthouse got published in 1927. Next question for you. Which novel by William Faulkner uses a stream of consciousness and focuses on the Compson family? So which one is the answer? The Sound and the Fury. So it was The Sound and the Fury novel by William Faulkner, which uses a stream of consciousness and focuses on Compson family. Who wrote the novel Hunger, which features a stream of consciousness? So these all works are examples of a stream of consciousness. So there was a novel Hunger. You see here, Hunger. And who wrote this? Nut Hampson. What is the title of Marcel Proust's novel sequence that employs a stream of consciousness? So the writer was Marcel Proust, and the work was La Rachel du Temps Perdu. Next, next question for you. Who is the author of The Bell Jar? The Bell Jar. I also, give you a short trick to remember all the works by Sylvia Plath. If you haven't watched that video, you can watch on channel. You can remember with that short trick all the works by Sylvia Plath. So the work was by Sylvia Plath, The Bell Jar. Which Scottish writer is known for blending a stream of consciousness with Glaswegian vernacular? Answer is James Cameron. So James Cameron was a Scottish writer. You should know the nationality. Sometimes in UGC net, um, nationality is also asked. Okay, some of the questions will be there. Stream of consciousness. The work was by James Cameron. Next is what is the title of the collaborative novel by Robert Anton Wilson and Robert C. that uses a stream of consciousness? So answer is Illuminatus. So this was a collaborative novel by Robert Anton and Robert C. and they used a stream of consciousness in these works. Okay, next question is, in which year was the first edition of James Joyce Ulysses published? So we know there is a James Joyce used a stream of consciousness, and Ulysses was also the work in which he used the same technique. It got published in 1922. And do you know any other work which is very famous work and which got published in the same year, 1922? If you know, write down in comment section. Which contemporary author is known for using a stream of consciousness in a heartbreaking work of staggering genius? Answer is Dave Eggers. Next is, what is the pen name of Eric Arthur Blair? Pen name, sometimes questions are asked from this part as well. So the answer is George Orwell. George Orwell had a pen name, Eric Arthur Blair. I have already given you, a list of pen names, so hopefully you have learnt all. When was J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series, born? It was 1965. In which city was Ernest Hemingway born? This writer is part of LT exam, Oak Park. So he was born in Oak Park. Which award did Gabriel Garcia Marquez win in 1982? A Stream of Consciousness and Nobel Prize in Literature. This question is related again to a stream of consciousness. Which novel was written by F. Scott Fitzgerald in 1925? The Great Gatsby. This is also again a stream of consciousness technique is used. What is the birth year of Charles Dickens? Answer is 1812. Next question for you. Where was the famous playwright Tennessee Williams born? He was born in Columbus. Which of these books is written by Jane Austen? Wuthering Heights, Jane Eyre, Pride and Prejudice, Middlemarch, So your answer is Pride and Prejudice. When did Leo Tolstoy publish War and Peace? 1869. What is the real name of the author known as Mark Twain? So what was it was a pen name. Okay, Mark Twain was pen name. It was Samuel Langhorne Clemens, whose name was Mark Twain. We should know the pen names if we want to clear English literature exams. This is the area where you will ask some questions. Pen names. You should always make a list. Which prize did Alice Munro win in 2013? Alice Munro got Nobel Prize in Literature in 2013. When was the novel To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee published? It got published in 1960. Where was Franz Kafka born? Answer is Prague. What is the birth name of the author known as George Eliot? So we know this was pen name George Eliot, and the real name was Mary Ann Evans. Mary Ann Evans was the name of George Eliot. In which year did Toni Morrison win the Nobel Prize in Literature? Toni Morrison got Nobel Prize in Literature in 1993. Which book by Salman Rushdie won the Booker Prize in 1981? So which was that work for Booker Prize 1981? It was Midnight Children by Salman Rushdie. What is the birthplace of Faulkner, William Faulkner? It was Oxford, Mississippi. When was the first publication of 1984 by George Orwell? So it was 1949. Which award did Kazuo Ishiguro win in 2017? It was Nobel Prize in Literature. And where was James Joyce born? It was Dublin, where he was born. What is the pen name of the author Nell Harper Lee? Pen name of Nell Harper Lee. It was Harper Lee. When was the novel 100 Years of Solitude by Gabriel Garcia Marquez published? It was 1967. In which city was the author Salman Rushdie born? It was Mumbai. The answer is Mumbai. Which novel by Margaret Atwood won the Man Booker Prize in 2000? The answer is The Blind Assassin. When did Virginia Woolf publish Mrs. Dalloway? It was 1925. If you wish to join our PDF MCQ PDF course, you can WhatsApp us on our number 74092 87156. This is our WhatsApp number. If you want to join any courses with us for English literature or general exams, you can WhatsApp on this number. Where was J.R.R. Tolkien born? It was Bloemfontein. Next is, which book by Yam Marshall won the Man Booker Prize in 2002? Life of Pi. This was the work, and this got Man Booker Prize in 2002. What is the real name of the author known as George Sand? George Sand, this was pen name again. It was Montaigne Lucille Aurora Dupin. And the last question for you is, In which year did Ernest Hemingway uh, win Nobel Prize for Literature? It was 1954. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you do, please like the video and share it with others. Thank you so much for joining in. See you in next video. Till then, goodbye. Take care.